Hey Star Warriors, Geek here, and welcome to the 21st episode of Star Wars Factor Beam, the series where I tell you 5 Star Wars facts that you can't pull away from. Each episode is centered around a certain character, film, or category. In today's episode, the character under lockdown in the cell block level of the Fact Star is Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker. Let's hop right into it with fact number 1. Anakin Skywalker was born without a father.
There was no father. I carried him, I gave birth, I raised him. I can't explain what happened.
This is a part of the Phantom Menace that often seems to be overlooked. Being the oldest Skywalker that we know of, Shmi seems to be the start of the family's legacy. Based on the information we're given in the opera scene from Revenge of the Sith, we're meant to assume that Palpatine actually used the Force to create Anakin. This would imply that he knew exactly how everything would play out all along. The whole galaxy was shaped around his evil schemes. Not exactly an unknown fact, but definitely an intriguing one.
He could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life.
Fact number 2. In the rough drafts for the original Star Wars movie, the main character is named Anakin Starkiller.
I'm a person and my name is Anakin.
George Lucas went through many different scripts for his Flash Gordon-inspired flick in the early 70s, rewriting the story we now know as Star Wars multiple times. The character Anakin Starkiller was introduced. His character followed the same general path as Luke Skywalker, but had the brashness and personality of Han Solo. These traits were developed into 2 very different characters in the final draft, but the name Starkiller was still given to the protagonist, slightly adapted to Skywalker, and the name Anakin was set aside for the overarching father of the Skywalker family, somewhat paying homage to the fact that this was the character that started it all, the father of the Star Wars Saga.
Do you know I actually filmed the scene? I'm Luke Starkiller, I'm here to rescue you. And I got a call sheet, and they said they were going to shoot that scene. I said, we shot that scene last week. They said, no, we're going to reshoot it. I said, why? They said, they've changed your name. I said, really? What's wrong with Luke Starkiller? It gives him a little moxie. You know, he could use all the moxie he could get.
Fact number 3. Leonardo DiCaprio was George Lucas's first pick for the role of Anakin.
Whenever you're casting, first of all, you're always looking for a really good actor, somebody that really has a lot of craft and is really very talented. Action! Who fits the part that you've created.
When looking for an actor to fill the role of Anakin Skywalker, many different people tried out for their chance at Star Wars stardom. One of the more unusual choices was Leonardo DiCaprio, who interviewed with Lucas about acting in the role for Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. The now Academy Award-winning actor said that he didn't want to take the role because he wasn't ready for the responsibility. He didn't want to be handed a part in such a large franchise that he could just ride on the success of. He needed to feel like he earned his success. Looking back on it, Hayden Christensen thinks the same way. The actor took a long 4-year break from acting, and has found it difficult getting back into the swing of things. But he feels like if he can make it again without relying on Star Wars, he'll have deserved it.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere.
Fact number 4. Anakin got his scar in a duel with Asajj Ventress.
I'm going to make you pay for what you've done.
Come, Padawan. Your fall will be my ascension to the Sith.
While the story behind Anakin's iconic and mysterious scar has no canon explanation, the closest we have is from a Dark Horse comic titled Republic No. 71, The Dreadnought of Rendili, Part 3. Anakin duels Asajj Ventress, apprentice to Count Dooku. She shows her skills and precision over Anakin by leaving a scar over his right eye. This only makes Anakin angry, leading to him brutally defeating Asajj Ventress. George Lucas never gave an actual explanation for the scar, really more interested in the visual aspect of it. Lucas, when asked about the scar, said that they should ask Howard Rothman, Lucasfilm's licensing director. He joked, I think Anakin got it slipping in the bathtub, but of course, he's not going to tell anybody that. So if you don't like the idea of Asajj Ventress dealing the scarring blow, you can just stick with Lucas's bathtub slipping accident. And finally, fact number 5. Sebastian Shaw was replaced in the Star Wars Special Editions.
Tell your sister you've arrived.
There's so much to talk about with actor Sebastian Shaw. He was chosen to play the dying Anakin Skywalker in Return of the Jedi, the first real look we saw at the man behind the mask. Unfortunately, in 2006, Lucas made my least favorite special edition change, destroying Shaw's image and replacing it with the disturbing head of Hayden Christensen. The explanation Lucas gave for this was that Anakin, quote-unquote, died when he turned to the dark side, so when he appeared as a Force ghost, he had to be his true best self. I disagree with this. The whole point at the end of Return of the Jedi is that he turned back to the light side, so that was when he was last good. Replacing him with the head of an actor that we didn't see at all in the film, and who, if you hadn't seen the prequels, would be completely unknown, is ridiculous. But to each their own. That wraps up episode 21 of Star Wars Factor Beam. Subscribe to Star Geek for weekly Star Wars content. Did you learn anything about the fatherless father, SCARFACE DiCaprio? If so, put it in the comments below. If you like the channel, please tell a friend. If you enjoyed the video, please shoot that like button at light speed. Last week I promised you that I'd do an analysis of the Rogue One teaser, and I've done that with Chris Perillo. If you missed the live stream, feel free to use the link below. You can go check out my Facebook page linked in the description, also check out my Twitter account at StarGeekYT, and find me on Instagram by the same handle. Click on the link to the left for my last video, a Rogue One trailer reaction. You can also click on the right to watch Factor Beam episode 20 on The Empire Strikes Back. Don't forget to like the video, and comment on your character suggestions below. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been Star Geek. I haven't done very many cringe-inducing Star Wars jokes or puns in a while, so let's try a couple out. At what point did Anakin's Jedi Masters discover that he was leaning towards the dark side of the Force? In the Sith grade. Why did Anakin cross the road? To get to the dark side. How did Anakin know what Obi-Wan got him for his birthday? He felt his presence. And to wrap it up, here are Anakin's final words if they were told as dad jokes. Luke, I'm reading a great book about Force levitation. I can't put it down. Luke, did you know I almost joined the Jedi debate team? Someone talked me out of it. Luke, I just watched a great documentary about how the Death Star was built. It was riveting, Luke. It was riveting. Also, on the date of recording this, April 19th, it's Hayden Christensen's birthday. By the time this video comes out, it'll be a little late, but I want to make sure everyone knows. I didn't forget. Happy belated birthday, Hayden. May the Force be with you.